It was the kind of morning that smelled like oil and ambition, the scent of a place where metal meets sky. Inside the hangar of a prestigious aviation academy in Georgia, cadets in crisp uniforms gathered around a jet engine that refused to start. It was their final test before graduation, the last hurdle before they could earn their wings. But the machine sat still, unyielding, like it was waiting for someone else. In the shadows beneath a steel staircase stood a boy with oil-streaked cheeks and calloused hands. His navy jumpsuit bore a patch, maintenance crew. His name was Eli Ramos, 17, quiet, and always slightly hunched like someone trying to disappear. His father, Hector Ramos, was the night janitor, an immigrant from El Salvador who had spent 20 years cleaning the academy's polished floors and dreams. Eli wasn't supposed to be there. Most days, he snuck in after school to help his father, sweeping floors and sorting tools. But while cadets practiced landings, Eli watched. He listened. He learned. Not from textbooks, but from touch, from the hum of wires, the rattle of loose bolts, the soul of machines. As frustration built around the dead engine, one cadet, Chase Dempsey, son of a retired Air Force general, noticed Eli. "Hey, grease boy," he called. "Why don't you fix it? Maybe it just needs a mop." The group laughed. Eli looked down but didn't move. "Come on," Chase pressed. "Fix it. Impress us." More laughter. Then silence, as Eli stepped forward. He said nothing. He knelt beside the jet, opened the maintenance panel, and began to work. His hands moved with practiced ease. He examined a circuit, adjusted a connector, and used a small tool he'd built from salvaged parts. 10 minutes passed. Then, whir. The engine came to life. The hangar filled with a low hum. Cadets stared, stunned. Chase's grin vanished. Eli stood, wiped his hands on a rag, and walked away. Behind him, a single clap broke the silence, then more followed. Even the supervising engineer watched, speechless. That afternoon, Eli found his father sipping from a dented thermos. "Did you fix it?" Hector asked, unaware of the stir his son had caused. Eli nodded. "Yeah. I think I did." "You always fix things," Hector said, pulling him into a hug. By evening, Eli's name had reached faculty meetings. Cadets retold the moment like a legend. The next morning, Eli was summoned by Dr. Warren, the academy's director. "I didn't believe it at first," Warren said. "Then I saw the footage." "You didn't guess. You understood." Eli shrugged. "I just listen. And fix what's broken." Warren nodded, then placed a folder on his desk. "This is a scholarship application," he said. "We want you in our mechanics program." "Officially. But I don't have the prerequisites," Eli replied. "No exams, no credits." "You have something better," Warren said. "Instinct. You earned this. Let us give you the rest." That night, when Eli told his father, Hector wept. Not because his son had a chance, but because someone had finally seen what he'd always known. Eli entered the program and quickly stood out. His designs improved engine efficiency. He created a simulation model now used in pilot training. Professors began citing his work. But he never stopped helping his father at night. Success never made him leave the shadows he'd grown from. Then came the storm. One rainy evening, a small aircraft struggled to land, low on fuel, its instruments failing. The academy's main mechanic had already gone home. Panic rippled through the control room. "We're blind. If it lands now, it might crash." Without hesitation, Eli ran to the auxiliary control panel. He bypassed the fried circuits, rerouted the backup grid, and coordinated with the tower. Minutes later, the plane landed, shaky, but safe. "Who fixed the grid?" a responder asked. That student, Eli Ramos. He's just a kid, someone said. No, another corrected. He's the one who fixes what's broken. Years passed. Eli graduated with honors. He turned down corporate jobs and stayed at the academy, first as an instructor, then lead engineer. He started a mentorship program for kids like him, overlooked but gifted. And Chase? He became a commercial pilot. At training seminars, he often told a story, not to mock, but to marvel. Brilliance, he'd say, doesn't always come with stripes. Sometimes it carries a broom. One day, a plaque appeared in the hangar. He wasn't born to fly, but he gave others wings. In memory of those who fix what others abandon. Eli Ramos, son of a janitor, architect of flight. Eli never wanted the spotlight. His joy was in the fixing, in making broken things whole. Today, his story is shared at every freshman orientation. Not for drama, but because it's true. Because somewhere in every hangar, there's another Eli. Quiet. Watching. Waiting to be seen. If you're lucky enough to meet someone like him, don't laugh. Hand them the tools. Let them fix what you thought was impossible.